Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Darragh Ennis of The Chase shares historical clarification about the Buddha. Darragh Ennis, one of the quiz experts featured on ITV's The Chase, recently used his social media platform to highlight a commonly misunderstood fact about Buddhist history and iconography. The post sparked widespread interest among followers, many of whom were surprised to learn that their mental image of the Buddha may not align with historical accounts. Ennis, a scientist and quiz master originally from Dublin, regularly appears on The Chase alongside fellow chasers Mark Labbitt, Anne Hegarty, Paul Sinha, Sean Wallace, and Jenny Ryan. Known for his thoughtful insights and wide-ranging knowledge, Ennis occasionally shares educational content outside the quiz arena with his online followers. One of his recent posts tackled a historical and cultural misconception that many people around the world hold. In the post, Ennis invited his followers to imagine the Buddha. He then asked, "What does he look like?" To provide clarity, he explained that the figure many people typically associate with the Buddha, commonly depicted as a cheerful, round-bellied man, is not actually the historical Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama. Siddhartha Gautama, who lived more than 2,600 years ago, was a spiritual teacher whose philosophy became the foundation of Buddhism. According to historical accounts, Gautama was a prince who gave up his privileged status in search of spiritual understanding. He is said to have adopted a lifestyle of moderation, eventually teaching principles such as mindfulness, compassion, and the middle way, a path that avoids both extreme indulgence and extreme denial. Ennis clarified that the well-known image of a smiling, rotund figure is not that of Siddhartha Gautama, but of another historical figure named Buddha. Buddha was a Chinese Buddhist monk who lived approximately 1,500 years after the original Buddha. In East Asian culture, Buddha is often seen as a symbol of contentment and abundance, and he became popularly referred to as the Laughing Buddha. However, Buddha and Gautama were two distinct individuals, each with their own historical and cultural significance. To support his explanation, Ennis shared a contrasting image more closely aligned with traditional depictions of Gautama. In these representations, the Buddha is usually shown with a slender physique, often seated in a meditative pose. This appearance reflects accounts that he regularly practiced fasting and led a disciplined life focused on spiritual development. The historical Buddha is said to have been very thin, Ennis wrote, because he fasted regularly. He spent his life teaching a philosophy centered on peace, balance, and self-awareness. In the post, Ennis elaborated further on Buddhist teachings, noting that Gautama's message encourages followers to find balance in life. The middle way, he explained, emphasizes not being overly strict with oneself, nor excessively indulgent. Instead, it focuses on kindness to others, meditation, and mindfulness. Ennis's post prompted a significant reaction from social media users, many of whom were unfamiliar with the distinction between Buddha and Siddhartha Gautama. Several commenters expressed their surprise, admitting they had long associated the image of the smiling, round-bellied figure with the founder of Buddhism. One user wrote that they were unaware of the historical differences, while another commented that the post had encouraged them to look further into the subject. Ennis responded to several comments, reassuring followers that the confusion is widespread and understandable given how often the figures are conflated in popular media and art. This educational effort by Ennis reflects a broader role that public figures can play in helping to clarify misconceptions and share accurate historical and cultural information. While The Chase is primarily a quiz-based television program, its chasers, many of whom have academic or professional backgrounds, often use their platforms to engage the public with meaningful insights outside the show. Darragh Ennis, who holds a PhD in science and has worked as a researcher, has become known for balancing his quiz show presence with thoughtful commentary on a variety of subjects. His efforts to bring attention to lesser-known facts or misunderstood ideas illustrate the value of accessible education in the digital age. Through this post, Ennis helped shed light on an important aspect of Buddhist history and encouraged reflection on the differences between cultural symbols and historical figures. His message served as a reminder that widely held beliefs can sometimes stem from incomplete or inaccurate information, and that curiosity and learning remain essential parts of public discourse.